Alright guys, we are getting on the trail. It's been a while, quite a while. This is going to be a nice winter hike along the Shoal Creek River. And a little history of the area. And we're going to start out with the old bridge, which has a significant meaning to me. And not to be on the sad side of the story or anything. It's a long time ago when it happened. My stepdad died on this bridge in a car wreck. And you might think, oh, well, that's very sad. And you'd be right, it is. But you have to take in the beauty of this place, which I'm getting ready to show you now. It's just absolutely beautiful here. Now this area right here is known as Redding's Mill. If you look way over there, that's the Redding's Mill Inn. And if I remember right, been here since 1872. And right over there where you see all those concrete structures along the edge of the river, that's where the actual mill was, which fed off the current of Shoal Creek. So we're going to get started. Talk to you in a few. Now if you guys can see right there in the center of the screen, that's as far as I can zoom in. Right there at the center at the top, that is Jung Castle. Now the Jungs were a famous, infamous family, I guess, here in Joplin. Their football stadium's named after them, a road. And this other building you're seeing here, that used to be the Redding's Mill swimming pool. Now it was fed by a natural spring, so every year when they first opened, it was called Polar Bear Day, and it was free. They didn't charge anything to get in. But that's because the water was so dang cold. So the pool would be full, but nobody'd be in the water. I guess it eventually kind of deteriorated, needed work. The owners didn't have the money, closed it down. Eventually some Greek restaurant bought it, but they're not there anymore either. So, Redding's Mill swimming pool, where I used to hang out when I was a kid, is just now a deteriorating building. And if you didn't believe me on how cold it is, as you can see, part of the river is ice. We'll be going through a couple of different parks today, and I plan on making it down to what they call Grand Falls, which you've seen in my teaser video, which is the largest waterfall in the state of Missouri. Now, it's not the tallest waterfall in the state of Missouri, but it is the largest. So that'll be pretty cool. I shot a short video yesterday, like 18 seconds long, just to kind of tease people about where I was going today. The trails don't go that far, and I'm going to try to bushwhack along the river as far as I can without having to get on the road to get there, because road hiking is just boring. I'll show you more of that when we get that far. I'll probably stop somewhere along the way, make some coffee. It's actually, there's no wind, so it doesn't feel as cold as it actually is. And we're coming up on the spring that fed that swimming pool. And that is right here. Let's see if I can get out there a little further without falling on my butt. But this is the spring that fed that swimming pool. And when the water's up, you got to go around this. It'll be completely flooded. You can't even get through here. You gotta go up on the road, around, and come back to the trail. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, we've reached the part of the trail here where I'm going to start heading uphill. And we are going to eventually make it up there, along that bluff, and walk down it all the way down to, as far as that bluff goes. And that's the part of the trail where footing's going to be an issue today. Because trust me, I do not want to fall off that bluff. That would hurt. And the only people that know I'm out here are you. I know that's not wise. There's probably a few friends of mine that here in Joplin that follow my Facebook page that know I'm out here this morning. So I'm not too worried about it. When I do stop for a break, I'm gonna have to shed some of these layers I got because I'm already getting warm. You can tell by the footprints, a lot more people been out here than I would have expected. We'll see you when I get to the top. Give you an idea how high we climbed. We were way down there. There's the river, goes off that way. Now you can see down there, that's a part of the trail we'll be on later today when we're heading back towards the Jeep. But for now, we're going to keep going this way. All right, we're coming up on an interesting part of the trail, for me anyway. When I was in high school, I learned to rappel, and this is where we came to rappel. This spot I'm getting ready to show you is known as Mother Nature's Crack. At least that's what we call it locally. You'll see why here in a minute. I can get over here without falling down. It's a long ways down there, and you got this big crack. We'll go over to the other side and get a better idea. You can see where it goes down. We'd tie off those trees up there and rappel down this bluff. Now back then, I was actually small enough to climb back up this thing. Yeah, it's not happening now. But it was a lot of fun back then. All right, let's keep going. Over on the other side of the river is Wildcat Park. And I remember that because we'll be back there later. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right up there, a little bit of a red roof or some ball fields where I played baseball when I was a little kid. These trails weren't here then. Used to, you could drive your cars right down in here, but the city blocked all that off when they put these trails in. Now the only thing that takes away from the beauty of this trail is the highway up there, which I'm sure you can hear the cars. That's why in a couple of my previous videos out here I just shot pictures and made videos of that, because the road noise is just kind of annoying. So I'll let you go until we get past that. Then I'll holler at you again. See you in a bit. Alright guys, we are at the corner, as you can see, of Deer and Riverside. And that's the direction we came from. And that's as far as the trail goes, unless you cross Low Water Bridge. But we are going to have to recheck out these swans down there, if I can see them. I can't hardly see them. That Southwestern Bell truck getting in the way. But we we're going to try to bushwhack in an area that people used to take four-wheel drives. I think they got tired of it. Area getting tore up. They blocked off all the access points. I'm gonna try to get through here anyway. There's always a bunch of ducks and swans hanging out by low water. You can tell where there used to be a road through here at one time, kinda. I'm gonna take this as far as I can to the falls before I have to actually get out on the road. Looks like we're going around this mess. Seen a lot of rabbit tracks in the snow. Oh, great briars. I don't think this is private property. I just think they don't want people driving their vehicles back in here and partying, getting drunk, and leaving a mess. Because you can still see where the road went through here at one time. And you can still hear the highway. It's annoying. I have to admit, when I was a teenager, oh, so many years ago, we used to come back in here, but we never left a mess. We always took out whatever we brought in, but some people just have no respect. We're gonna see how far we can go. See ya. Well guys, to my surprise, I've been able to get a lot further back in here than I thought I would. I don't remember these old roads coming back in here this far, and it may be that I end up having to turn around, but we're right up on the river. It looks like there's been people back in here. I imagine there's houses right over here along the river road, and I imagine it's the people that live over there come back in here and hike around. But I know that there's a spot where the river draws back around, and if I get in between it, then I'll be pinned in between both sides of the river, and I'll have to backtrack anyway. We'll see. I think the trail just pretty much ends right in here. It's not going to be as easy to walk, so I'm going to see if I can find a way through here. All right, we'll see you. Guys, we have made it to the Grand River Falls and the Grand River Dam. As you can see, they got it all blocked off, these gates. We used to, back in the day, I'd ride my bike across that and we'd hang out on that other side. Not saying that was the smartest thing in the world to do, but my battery's about to die, so I'm going to find a place to settle in, make some coffee, have something to eat, change the battery, and I'll show you around here. All right, see ya. Absolutely beautiful. Well, that was refreshing. Got my coffee, something to eat. We'll walk around and I'll show you Grand Falls. Beautiful area. This is the best time of the year, I think, to come out here. During the summer, there's so many people. It's hard to really take it in. But as you can see, it's just absolutely beautiful. Now, I did end up having to road hike about a quarter of a mile. Ran out of trail. But that's all right. I got here. This is the reward. Now, we're going to head back. I'll meet up with you when we get back to Low Water Bridge, where we left the original trail. We'll see you. Looks a little frozen over. This isn't the actual river. It's a part that kind of hooks back around. A lot of people fish in here during the summer. Pretty frozen over today though. And just like that, we've covered a mile or so and back at low water. So let's get back on the trail. Now this old bridge has been here for as long as I can remember. And when it floods, you don't get through here. Oh, look, cool. Got a car coming, so I can't cross the bridge. See you on the other side. This part of the trail, once again paved, is in what's known as McIndoe Park, which for the longest time I didn't even know that was the name of it. But there's not much to see here. So while I'm at it, I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs. One to Jason. His channel is The Outdoor Wanderer. It's a new channel, really nice guy. He shares everything that I do, so I appreciate that. And Bob 808 Night, who's a very unique individual, has some excellent videos, really cool projects he makes. Both of them live up in the Kansas City metro area, a couple of hours from here. Real nice guys. We chat a lot on Facebook and stuff, so I just wanted to give them a shout out real quick, and I'll post links to their pages. I'll see you when we get to the next part. Alright, we have made it to Wildcat Park, and I was zoomed in to take a picture of that crane back there. This was one of my favorite parks. Well, like I told you when we were on the other side of the river, that this is where I grew up and played baseball when I was a kid. I don't know if I can get that bird to stay or not. He is not going to move. Oh well. It took him quite a while to run some of the undesirables out of this park, and I'm not going to go into any more detail than that about what I'm talking about. But that's where we were earlier, over on the other side. And there's a spring comes right out of this bluff over here. We'll go over and look at it. Water comes right out of that rock. Which is pretty cool. So they kind of built this railing around it. Well, there's where we were earlier, when I told you we were up on the bluff. Now we're back down this side of the river. I had changed the memory card. I don't know what's up. I tried to shoot video and it would just stop. My memory card was too full to hold anymore, so I changed it out. Let's see if that fixes the problem. Can't believe I shot 4 gigs worth of video and pictures today, but when everything's in HD, it takes up so much more. But we're about done. We're almost to the end. Probably got another 1.5 miles or so. And we'll be back at the Jeep. Yeah, it looks like that's what it was, because everything's working fine now. I haven't seen a little bit. Guys, here's an old cave. It's not very big. I don't remember. Cave extends about 50 yards into the bluff, so it's not that big. They barred it up years back, keep people out of it. I don't know how far you can see in there. I wouldn't want to go in there. give you an idea where we're at. How close we are to the end, if you remember. That is the spring I told you about that fed the swimming pool. So we are real close to the end of the trail. And that is that way. See ya. Guys, we are at the end of the trail. As you can probably tell, we're back by the bridge. All the cars and the road noise. I want to thank everybody for watching, if you still are. I did learn something today. It's really hard to eat a Cliff Bar at 34 degrees. Hard as a rock. If you liked the video, click like. If you haven't, subscribe. Comment if you have any comments. And we'll see you on the trail next time. Thanks.